This is Business, Equity, and Opportunities, Accounting and Bookkeeping.
Business Equity and Opportunities always keeps accounting and bookkeeping issues in mind, and Shea is one of the frequent voices we hear from because of that. Chief Financial Officer for Circle City Broadcasting, which means he minds our money here at Business Equity and Opportunities. Ty, thanks for being with us. Want to kind of dovetail on a conversation we had not long ago about budgeting for the year ahead and dig into one area that the entrepreneur probably wants and hopes to be able to do, but if you don't do this the right way, it may be tough. Personnel raises, and of course the review process that goes with them. You think of it as a human relations issue, but this is a money matter as well.
No question, and I agree. This is an extension of your budgeting process. And as you come to year end, for many businesses, personnel costs are the number one expense driver on your income statement. And so it is obviously what that also means is personnel are also probably your most important asset in your building as well. And so the goal is always, I think, from a responsible business owner to treat your personnel properly and respectfully and retain good people. Because retraining folks is a really expensive process, and it's far more efficient to retain good people that are contributing and helping your business success than being in a state of constant turnover. But what I've found in businesses I've been associated with is it's important to have a good review process in place on at least an annual basis so that your folks are getting good feedback. You can properly evaluate their contributions to the company and certainly reward those when possible for those efforts.
And this, again, may be more of a direct human resources question, but it again folds through the ledgers as well. When you do that review process, it strikes me that may be the time for you, the business owner, the entrepreneur, to realize what a person's real value is as well. When you put it down there in black and white, it's not just about, it feels like this person's great for me. Either your review process may tell you, yeah, or maybe it's not quite like you thought it was.
Yeah, and ideally, if you're, as a company, if your review process is operating properly, your employees shouldn't be surprised by anything that comes out at the end of a year-end interview with their supervisors. Ideally, there is kind of a constant feedback between folks throughout the year, because if there's any surprises to an employee as part of this year-end process, it probably means their supervisor hasn't been communicating with them throughout the year as much as they should. And so, in a perfect world, there shouldn't be too many surprises that come out for the employee. But yes, perhaps for upper management, it is an opportunity to kind of step back and say, wow, this person really has done a lot. This person has stepped up consistently over a period of time. And maybe it's time we recognize that person.
Turning it back to the dollars and cents then, if we know that, you could have lost or won fortunes trying to predict inflation numbers over the last year and a half. Mm-hmm. How do you do that in your budget? How do you say, okay, I want personnel expenses to grow this year? Is there a simple formula? How does it work?
No, I don't think there is a formula. I think you take it into account, certainly, and try and project as best you can based on what the experts are saying, but it also has to fit within your model, right? If you're projecting sales to decrease by 3%, it probably doesn't make sense to increase your most expensive line item by 15% and give everyone a bunch of raises and then realize, we're overstaffed and we can't support this model. And so there's certainly a balance there where you have to make sure that you can cover your expenses as well.
Another good argument for a clear line of communication so there are no surprises.
No question.
When it comes time to have that conversation. Ty Shea, always good perspective. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Scott.
Later.